Hi guys, so as you can see by the title, I got fired. So after a long thought of what I wanted to be, what I wanted to do, I know I want to be a wealthy person, period. I know I want to be wealthy. I don't care what I'm doing as long as I'm happy doing it. Okay, let me just rewind it a little back further. My teacher, my last semester of college, she would ask all of us, like, what do you hope to be after you're finished school? Like, you guys are graduating, what do you hope to be? And my answer was happy, and I meant that, and I had nothing else after that. I'm like, I just want to be happy. How dare I say I want to be happy? And then, you know, after college, it's like, well, God's like, well, if you want to be happy, this ain't gonna make you happy. Let me just take that from you, because that's not gonna make you happy. You gotta be careful what you ask for. And I mean, I'm just jokingly saying that because I'm glad that I'm doing what makes me happy, you know, now. But you gotta be careful what you ask for. If you ask for the best, God will give you the best. But don't be upset when he take what you thought was gonna make you happy. Don't be upset. I'm sitting there on my bed in a dark room, haven't ate for a whole day, you know, things like that. If you get it, you get it. And I'm just thinking, like, if I do start a business, what would I start? I want to do this, I want to do that. I thought about hoodies, I thought about makeup, I thought about lashes, I thought about everything under the sun. But one thing about me, I didn't want to be in a business that's overly saturated, and I also wanted to help people. So I'm like, I like tea, you know. I was getting into herbal tea. Like, I would go to Chinatown and I found like little bags of like herbal teas that they would sell. So I was getting into that, and it was really fun for me, for like drinking it, mixing it and everything. And then also I had a job at Starbucks, and I realized that I like kind of making drinks, creating them. So I was like, that's kind of fun. And then I was like, I can have an herbal tea business. I like, when I say I got this idea out of nowhere. And mind you, I'm just sitting on my bed, on my computer, looking for more jobs because I was unemployed and I needed a consistent paycheck because I was trying to move out of my mom's house. So, you know, I was looking for a job or whatever. After I realized, like, if I started an herbal tea business, like, I don't know how to run an herbal tea business. Like, I said to myself, like, I don't know how to run an herbal tea business. What do I do? Where do I get herbs? I can't even find herbs for me to drink right now. Well, how can I start a business if I can't find herbs? Like, where do I get them from? What do I do? Blah, blah, blah. I'm asking these questions in my head, and I got a little discouraged because I'm just like, like, another thing I can't do. I'm still searching online for jobs, and boom, a job with a pay that I want, and a job that sells herbal tea in Philadelphia. So I was geeked. I was like, bet. Because like I said, the idea came from nowhere. I wasn't talking to any of my friends. I was in my room, depressed, dark, everything. It just fell in my lap. Like, literally, I've been looking for jobs for like a week. Nothing. And to be working at like a herbal tea business, I was loving it. And it was black owned, black woman, and I was like, yes. So I applied to the job immediately. Actually, on the website, I found it on some sketchy website. I don't know what it was like. I don't know, but it found me, and I found it, and I was just like, I'm gonna get this job. So I found the application, I applied for the application, and I also sent the email to the owner. I was not playing no games. I was like, this is God given, like, this is mine. So I had to put it out there. And then the next day I sat right here in the closet and I sat there and cried because I was like, I can't stay at a job longer than 90 days. That's really like heartbreaking for myself. And I'm like, I know I'm hardworking. I'm probably one of the best employees there. And put all odds against me, I still make it work. Period. So I'm just like, I need to prove it to myself. Like, I want to stay at a job for longer than a year. Like, I'm just praying, crying in my closet, like, God, just let me get a job. Let me just stay there longer for 90 days. Oh my gosh. This was the prayer, y'all. This was the prayer, y'all. I get an interview. Like, I think a day after, I get a phone call for the interview, and I'm like, yes. So I get there, and it's a building I've been there before. I've been to this building before because, you know, I know people. And I'm like, oh, this is a cute place. So I get there, and I'm thinking like, well, I thought when I applied that I was going to be at the shop. Like, they have a storefront, and I was fine with that. Like, I already have mission, tunnel vision, okay? But I didn't go to the shop. I was actually at the warehouse. That's where we worked at. And so I go to the 3rd floor, and I see everybody. It smells so great on the 3rd floor. Like, as soon as I got off the elevator, I smelled the tea to the elevator, and they're like all the way in the back. And I'm like, I smell it. It smells great. And I'm just hyping, giddy. So I get there, and I'm waiting patiently for my interview. The boss is not there. She was never there on time. But I'm just waiting, chilling, you know, on my phone, looking at them, and they're just vibing, they chilling. Like, it was real chill, it was quiet, was listening to their music. It was a real vibe. So I was feeling it. I was offered the amount of money I wanted to be paid an hour, and staying after 90 days, I would got a raise. So, long story short, I get the job. And I'm there. The job was a beautiful job. I loved it there. I made so many nice friends. I learned so much. But listen, I know I got that idea out of nowhere to have my own herbal tea business, and I manifested it. I put it on the vision board, and it came true. Baby, 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 baby. I will show y'all, but I'm not. But I do have a vision board strictly for that. And when I say check, 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 like God said, check, 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 check. You want that? Check, 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 check. You got that. So, anyway, so I'm just hyped, and I'm just like, well, I said I wanted to work for a herbal tea business, and I said I wanted to have my own. But if this is what God given me, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. So, still, me thinking small-minded or whatever, I'm like, okay, I like this job. Let's see what it's about. First week, I'm shy as fuck. So, I don't really speak to anybody at all. Like, other than hi. That's all that came really out my mouth for the first week, or first 2 weeks, I want to say. I'm just like looking at everybody. I'm just paying attention to everybody's energy and, you know, scoping it out, seeing who I want to be close with or whatever. So, after a week or so, I kind of was just like, this is not the job for me. Like, instantly I was like, this is not it. This is not what I wanted. Like, instantly. But then I got a little sad again, because I'm just like, oh man, I'm not liking it here, so what am I gonna do? Like, I just finally got a job. I can't quit. Like, for me, it was really important to be like, if I was gonna work a job, to be like somewhat okay with it. Like, every job has its problems or whatever, and their reservations. I need to be happy. Like, that's something I'm not playing over. Like, I'm not gonna keep doing the whole going through life and doing things because everybody says that's what you're supposed to do. So instantly I got a little sad, and I'm just like, I don't know, this is for me. Like, I love this job. It's so perfect. I thought it was so perfect, da, da, da. But I'm just like, well, maybe I'm not staying here long. And this is the things that's going in my head the first 2 weeks that I started. First 2 weeks, I already knew it wasn't for me, and I knew that if I know I'm not going to be here long, let me just make the most of the time I do have here. So, like I said, it took me a long time to open up to my coworkers, because I knew that I wasn't going to be there long. Like, I knew my time was like limited. Like, girl, that's just the startup. But the day I got fired, actually, the business was losing money. So they were I don't want to say they were letting people go, but they were trying to change positions, and I was like, I'm not going around Philadelphia knocking on people's doors for promotions. That's not what I'm doing. I'm the youngest one in the room, by the way, the youngest one in the room, and I'm like, I'm not comfortable doing that. That's not what I applied for or whatever. And I said no politely, like, no, that's not. No. And I offered my other talent. Like, I have talent in social media, so I offered that. Long story short, I don't really want to get too much into that. I've created beautiful content videos for them. They weren't trying to pay me the price that I was asking for, and I wasn't asking for much. Comparing the prices to what people make to make content for brands and whatever was not the price they were trying to pay me for it. And they were also trying to use my videos without paying me the price for them. So, you know, boundaries and all, because I want people to know that you can have boundaries in the workplace. You can have boundaries in all aspects of your life, all of them. So I put my foot down because they thought they were going to get over on me. So I know things that they don't know, and they're like, well, we have a lot of followers, so we'll be fine. I'm like, you'll be fine. Like, it's not about the followers, it's about the influence. And I said that to them. I've been criticized my whole life. I've been nitpicked my whole life. Literally, like since 4th grade. Criticized, nitpicked, perfectionist. Like, everybody has an opinion on who I am and how I should be and everything. So I can take criticism pretty easily. I have tough skin, thick skin, all of that good stuff. So criticism wasn't a problem with it. And even though that's what she would make it out to seem like, but it wasn't. And it was really just about being paid my worth and the work I was putting in, and also creating an abundance of videos a day in 5 hours. So yeah, it was just a lot. They fired me, they let me go. It was messy. Little do they know, when I started my first 2 weeks, and I realized once I decided for myself that I'm not going to be sad and just complain about it, I'm just going to enjoy the fact that I'm near and just make the best of the moment. Once I decided that then and there, I've been studying the herbs. I've been asking questions. I've been real vocal. I'm going to know, okay? I'm not in this room for no reason, okay? We always would try to make it better and easier for everybody, but yeah, like I said, the company was losing money, so they had to let some people go. They had to reposition people, and it's fine, it's cool, it's dandy or whatever, but you're not going to get over on me. So I got fired. Real depressing, because I was just like, this is why it took me so long to get close to these people, because now that I created like a real bond with them, I finally gotta let them go. And that's really something that I deal with consistently now. Like, I can't stand creating these close bonds with people and I have to let them go. It's really hard for me. I really hate it sometimes. But I already knew what was gonna happen. Like, I already knew. So I was at peace with it. I was fine with it. Like, it wasn't my fault. I stuck up for myself, so I kind of was just like, I'm proud of myself at the end of the day. Like, I could have just accepted whatever they were saying to me because I wanted to stay there, but I put my foot down and stood up for myself, and that's something that was really big for me, especially in the workplace, especially against people that are way older than me, like 30s, 40s older than me, you know. And it's kind of like, no, I know better and I'm going to be better, and if I don't do it now, I'm going to forever be walked on over in the work business. So if it wasn't then, it would have been eventually. Let's move on into how it's my blessing, because like I said, it was a mission from the beginning. It was only a mission, and although I loved it and I loved everybody in it, it was a mission. It wasn't meant for me to be there forever. It was meant for me to be there, watch, observe, and learn. And guess who did? Guess who did? I did. I have my notes, I have my pictures, I have all the, like, literally, and this is the best part about it is, at the moment in that era in time, I would create like video documentaries of whatever would go on at work and stuff or whatever, just like vent into myself, because like I said, I wasn't friends with any of my friends and I needed to vent. So I'm venting to myself on my Snapchat. I documented everything. Yay for me. And now I have to put it into my own creation. And now I can start my own herbal tea business. And since you guys know now, I'm gonna be selling my own herbal tea. You can see how my energy just kind of like shot up, like from the beginning of this video to now. Like, I have to tell you guys that part because it's a very important part, and I really want people to know that like manifesting your own reality is a real thing. God being there, placing puzzle pieces in your step and asking and giving you what you want, all leads to a bigger blessing. Like, this is my biggest blessing, and this is my firstborn baby, okay? Firstborn baby. This one I'm birthing, okay? If you get it, you get it. I have my own herbal tea business. It's going to be called Rooted Teas or Rooted Resilience. I really wanted it to be Rooted Resilience, but I think somebody bought that, so it might just be Rooted Teas. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited. You can follow my Instagrams. You can follow my Twitter. I mean, not my Twitter, my TikTok. And join the family. And it's just going to be a fun journey. Like, I'm really excited about it. It's really coming from my heart, like the bottom of my soul. Like, I just was like, yeah. Yeah. And you want to know the beautiful part about it is, once I kind of like got out of the sad depressing phase of like, oh, I lost my job again, I'm so worthless. Funny part about losing the job, I lost the job right after my 90 days. Lost the job right after my 90 days. Technically, I stayed there for 90 days. So God's like, you want to stay there for 90 days? Cool, no problem. No problem. But after 90 days, I'm taking you up out of there. Up out of there. But yes, again, I'm so happy. This is so fun for me. And you know, researching the herbs every day is a work in progress. I'm just trying to figure it out as much as I'm going along with it. Like, the starting up of it is literally like, I learned as much as I could from the company, but it was always more that I could do. And I always had notes in the back of my head, like, if I had this business, I would do this, and I would do this, and I would tell them, you know, like, I'm not a gatekeeper of my ideas. I actually do share them, but they didn't want to do that. Essentially, people who bought the herbal tea business, like, the way they promoted their business was PCOS and fibroids and how the herbs can help that. And so it would bring people in that had PCOS and fibroids because they just want to help cure the problem and fix the problem. They're just coming in based off of those two words and just kind of like, we want to buy it. But the customers didn't know how to use herbal loose herbs or whatever, so they will always call and complain, like, how am I supposed to make tea with this? And it was always kind of just like, you know, a headache, because you don't want to hear people complain about not knowing how to make loose herb tea. Like, it's not an everyday thing. It's not something that's just like mainstreamed. So you kind of got to help people out. And I'm just like, you know, do a little this, do a little that. If they don't know what it is and you have complaints about this, why don't you fix it and make it better? But they're like, yeah, but we don't have money for that. So I just like, okay, it's not my company. It's not my, listen, all I could do is give the advice. And if you take it, you take it. If you don't, you don't. And that's kind of just where I left it at. My thing is, I just came here to get paid for the job that I was doing. I mean, I'm just saying, maybe that was kind of like, I mean, I'm a giver, so I give as much as I can. Listen, I gave a lot with that job, and that's all I can do, period. Now that I have my own company, I can make those decisions for myself. I saved all those wonderful ideas for myself, and now I'm just trying to create the best business I possibly can and make it better and better and better. Yeah, follow the Instagram. I have my first 50 boxes. The first 50 boxes will be like my first round. of tea. I kind of just want to hear what you guys want, what kind of blends you want and stuff, and I got you. And you know, even if you order from me, I want you to tell me your reviews. I want you to tell me if you like it, if it was too bitter, if it was too sweet. You know, tell me your criticism. Tell me, and I'm gonna make it do what it do. Also, I'm creating a website, so I need those reviews for my website. I need the testimonies, okay? And yeah, I'm just excited for this new adventure. Every day I thank God for this new adventure, because it's really hard. Entrepreneurship is really hard. It can get really depressing if you let it, but it's really a thrilling. I feel like this is the most like thrilling thing I've ever done in my life, and I'm living for it. Okay, so I'm sorry if the story is like everywhere. I'm gonna try my best to edit it and make it look better. I really hope you guys support me and my new journey of herbal tea, and yeah, we're gonna get this cracking, okay? Creating wealth and health in our community, okay? Thanks for watching the video. I'll see you guys in the next one, and I might, let me know in the comments, but like you guys have to really let me know in the comments if you want to see the process of me starting this up. Like, I think I might document it for myself, but let me know, because I will create the content around it, and we can start this business together, because I do want to encourage other people to start their own businesses. Like, they don't push that on us enough, and I think that that's something we should do. Bye.